Hi, Mike Samuels, property expert and business networking expert. I've just been for a walk and I was thinking as I was going along that we don't interact correctly in many ways. Let me explain to you. The last year I've been to two business networking events. One was put on, it was a luncheon put on by a small chamber of commerce. And when you went in, you were greeted by a very nice lady at the door. There were about 10 or 11, 12, tables. And she gave you a ticket. She said, "You're on table number 5. You went and sat at table number 5. You spoke to the people on table number 5. You didn't really network because you didn't talk to anybody else. On one of the other tables were about 10 people who stood out because they were members of the African Chamber of Commerce. So I went over to speak to them because that's what I do. And they were very, very nice people. I asked them why they were there, and they said they want to make more contacts within the Manchester business community. So I asked the host, why did you sit all these people together when they all know each other? They should have been like 2 on each table, and then they could intermingle and they might do business with other people. He didn't get it, but you get it. The second event that I went to it really broke one of my rules. I hate getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, freezing cold, going into town, Manchester, to a business meeting. But this was a freebie put on by a business newspaper. So you're going to get quite a few people. The speakers panel was very, very interesting. There were 5 people speaking. They didn't speak for long, and each one was very, very interesting. But when I looked around the room, I'm an older guy now, so I'm looking around the room and I'm thinking to myself, these are all 40-somethings, 50-somethings. A lot of them know each other and they're networking and they're doing good. They're doing very, very well. What have I got in common with them? I mean, some of them could be their grandfather or their father, so definitely their father. So how am I going to benefit? How am I going to put myself out there when I don't know any of them? I've sort of said hello to 1 or 2, but they're not that keen to speak. And I came up with a solution while I was sat there, and the solution was to ask a question. Because if you ask a question and you stand up and you're impressive the way you ask it, even if it's a bit of a daft question or there's some humour in the question, people will remember it and wait till the end of the event and people will come up and discuss your question with you. Then you can collect their business card. That was the answer. That's what I did, and it became a very successful business meeting because I picked up a load of their business cards.